you think that he's a federal informant?
I think he's definitely working. They kicked in the doors and picked up the OTF guys. They kicked in his door right here in Los Angeles.
Okay.
To pick him up, only he wasn't at mama's house.
Where was it at?
He was somewhere in the streets. He's running right now. You go in there and look at that report. Number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's location. That was a bad drug deal, weed deal. You know that. The world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world. And it wasn't until February of 2023 that Brick Baby goes on the internet with Flacco and says, out of nowhere, the world is oblivious to this. I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von anymore.
They can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, because of no. Like
They
who died?
say you can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because
Lil Durk keeps digging himself deeper into a hole because it turns out the feds have him on wiretaps making threats to kill those who may testify against him, and unfortunately the internet has already uncovered who the truth tellers might be, and Whack 100 has exposed one of them. So you think that he's a federal informant? I think he's definitely working. He's running right now. The details that the informants gave the feds will have you on the edge of your seat, so strap in. Durk caught threatening witnesses. Durk's indictment has revealed a lot about the OTF boss, and it seems he had tried to mask his vicious nature behind his conversion to Islam because he wasn't playing around. Now Special Agent Sarah Corcoran, working for the FBI, filed an affidavit that has some damning details about the OTF boss and his attempts to intimidate witnesses. According to the special agent, evidence the FBI collected during their investigations showed that Durkio was threatening OTF members who were cooperating with the feds. The affidavit reads, due to serious safety concerns, this affidavit does not provide the identity of these witnesses based on the FBI's investigation. I know that witnesses and or their family members have already received threats and or have been contacted in what appear to be attempts to influence their participation in this investigation from the FBI agent's affidavit. Someone is definitely truth-telling, and at the moment all eyes have been turned to 2 potential witnesses in the case, OTF Jam and Brick Baby. Brick Baby's involvement in this case is bizarre, especially since he isn't part of OTF and isn't from Chicago. Well, this didn't stop one of his ops from tying him to the case. This is none other than Whack 100. In a podcast with Adam 22, Whack revealed that according to his sources, Brick Baby is working with the feds. So you think that he's a federal informant? I think he's definitely working. Whack also revealed that the one person who could tie Brick Baby to the case was on the run because the day OTF members were arrested in Chicago, the feds also came for the unnamed co-conspirator-in-law. Unfortunately, he wasn't at his house day they kicked in the doors and picked up the OTF guys. Who they kicked in his door right here in Los Angeles. Okay, to pick him up, only he wasn't at mama's house. Where was he at? He was somewhere in the streets. He's running right now. Whack revealed that according to the indictment, one or more co-conspirators, including co-conspirator 4, learned that Quando Rondo was visiting California and staying in a hotel in La. It seems like co-conspirator 4 was the one dropping Choose locations. If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Choose locations. According to Whack, the world thought that the shooting in Atlanta that almost killed Quando Rondo and saw the rapper's cousin die was a drug deal gone bad between Armenians or Persians. We all thought that was a bad drug deal. You know that the world thought that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought. However, in February 2023, Brick Baby went on social media and declared that no one can say that OTF didn't slide for VOK, and it wasn't until February of 2023 that Brick Baby goes on the internet with Flow and says out of nowhere the world is oblivious to this. I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von anymore. In the said video, Brick Baby revealed that OTF had slid for Von because they had taken out Quando Rondo's cousin. They say you can't say that no more. Why? Oh yeah, cause of wait no like who D. They say you can't say that no more. Oh, cause of FG Cash or who N cause Little P. But this isn't the only time Brick Baby told the world about their hit, because he hopped on a track and spilled the bean in the track. Not enough, he raps he was Durk and trying to hit. Now he in a blunt. We dropped a 100 shots. Go dig your partner up. In another part he raps the last one we turned Into a pack we got 1 million plus. Now this is where things get interesting, because it turns out when the feds heard Brick Baby saying that they went after him, marched the feds get on Brick. We don't know this. When Brick got picked up by the feds, everyone thought he had caught a gun charge. However, it was soon discovered that they wanted his cell phone, which the feds may have used to prove that he was dropping Chu's locations to Durk's hitman. We're under the presumption that it's a AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone. But there's more to this, because after the shooting the feds told Quando Rondo that the gang that he was repping, the Rollin 60s Crips, had set him up. What you think? The police told Quando that the Roll 60s set him up. It turns out Brick Baby and Quando Rondo were repping the same gang, and when Quando landed in Atlanta he checked in with his gang for protection. What was he claiming? A Roll 60 script where Brick Baby from our 60s, underscore. Who you think he checked in with? Our 60s with who? Okay, I see where to go with this. What's more is that Brick is a known gang member who has been to jail in the past, so for the feds to catch him with an AK-47 and not charge him seems a little too sus, and fans were on his case as well. One comment read, "Dude got caught with an AK-47 by the feds in June 2023 and still hasn't been to court. Make that make sense regardless of the Durk case." While another fan wrote, "Brick sound like he telling LOL what the feds charged him and the case randomly disappeared." It's kind of clear that Brick Baby might have dropped location to his ops, because after the shooting the Savannah rapper took to social media to denounce his gang, claiming that they didn't have his back. Although wax allegations are yet to be substantiated, one of the alleged informants seems to have been confirmed as a snitch by his own people. This is none other than OTF Jam. By now everyone has heard of OTF Jam and his alleged bizarre case of betrayal, because he allegedly wore a wire to record OTF members confessing to crimes. OTF Jam broke his silence over the allegations, and that's when fans knew something was up. The OTF affiliate took to his social media to put the record straight and told the world to stop accusing him of snitching until they saw his name on police paperwork. Casey J. Hester aka OTF Jam is my artist real name. Until you see that name on the paperwork, don't at me. He posted the situation at OTF worsened after none of the OTF affiliates co-signed Jam. No one tried to have his back, even though they were all on the internet screaming free Durk. Well, OTF Jam went a step further and accused Durkio of snitching on him. He first revealed that Dirio snitched on him on a track calling me a rat or a snitch, but is rapping snitch on them. So all the time he posted Jam was talking about the track Back Again, where Durk raps Jam get out that Jam I give him 50 ain't got to ask again. He was catching murders way back then. That's when the max was in. It turns out OTF Jam had been released in February 2022 after doing 12 years for attempted murder. The OTF affiliate had also confirmed that Durk had given him 50K when he got out of jail. Said he gave you 50 bro, you know what I'm say. Facts, but can you tell us how much you don't want to even know. We ain't got to get into all that. But bro made sure he made a way for me to be straight. Like, turns out that after the feds heard Durk rapping about Jam catching bodies, they were on to him, waiting for him to make a mistake and take him back to jail. Who snitched on who? He snitched on me on a song, police all up on me after that. Oh, he catching murders, let's get him. Jam posted. Word on the street is that Jam was hit with weapons charges and was looking at going back to jail for another long period. It turns out that Durk refused to pay for Brody's lawyer or bond when he was snatched up. According to popular hip-hop commentator DJ Academics, revealed that Jam wasn't too pleased with Durk and decided to snitch and avoid jail time. So are you saying that he made a threat towards Durk? I've been holding you down cause I heard you say something about like his baby mama called Durk for a lawyer, and then Durk may have brushed it off, and they're like, yo you're not supposed to brush off my call when I need something. Like, I'm the guy who does the Durk for you. Only time will tell whether Brick and Jam are telling the truth. But as for Durk, many people had already warned him about his crew and his activities in the streets, from 50 Cent to Big Meech, and since he didn't heed their advice, even his closest homies like Chief Keef and Lil Reese don't want anything to do with him. Ticking time bomb. Lil Durk was really a ticking time bomb because many people in the industry tried to tell him to leave the streets. A recent leaked video went viral where famous gangster Big Meech was trying to advise the OTF head honcho to leave the streets. Behind in the audio, Big Meech tells Durk, you got to separate yourself from the bull, you stay around it, you going to be in it. Big Meech knows a thing or two about the streets because back in 2005 he and his brother were arrested and sentenced to 30 years behind bars just like Durk. Big Me started his empire, Black Mafia Family BMF, and grew it to become a gang that would eventually end up killing people. The gang's operations were small-scale, selling cocaine on the streets of Detroit. By the early 1990s, BMF had successfully expanded their operations beyond Detroit, establishing a presence in major cities such as Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Miami. By the early 2000s, federal agents had begun to take a closer look at the Black Mafia Family. The organization's rapid expansion and the brothers' displays of wealth were red flags that could not be ignored. The DEA and the FBI launched a joint investigation, focusing on the Funner brothers and their extensive network of associates. Despite trying to stay away from the Fed,